Oh, the stupid mic was off this whole time. Oh, the stupid mic was off this whole time. Oh,
Well,
oh, the stupid mic was off this whole time. Well, that's why you shouldn't let senior citizens handle technology. Well, that's why you shouldn't let senior citizens handle technology. So now I gotta turn the TV sound. Oh, you can't see my ugly toes. Anyway, well, like I was saying, this is a hubcap that I picked up around COVID. So it's been a while. I used to go around and pick up hubcaps during quarantine because they were there and the streets were not crowded and I had a lot of time to drive around, going to the park, painting at the park, hanging out. It was so much fun. I had fun during quarantine. I didn't have to go to work. I could work from home, which for a teacher is like magic, right? So I digress. This is one of the hubcaps that I collected, and I started with like a spray paint of yellow, and I did a few different cuts. And I actually made videos a while back showing me spray painting this. And there's an art to spray painting. You can't just spray down on it. You have to angle the tip and then literally like keep spraying or you'll mess up the paint streaks and it does all that kind of stuff. So, but what this blue green is crackle paint. So at one point I went over this with some crackle paint and then painted which was blue and then I painted over that with more of the yellow and just kind of layered it so it could have this crackly effect. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so it's like a base color of yellow and then some bluish crackle paint and then more yellow on top of it so it gets this nice kind of texture. I love creating textures, especially on surfaces that are super flat because one it just enhances the natural beauty of whatever it is. In this case it is a hubcap and it gives it more of an organic look because the hubcap is plastic. I mean it's like a cheap plastic, but texturing it gives it more artistic flair to me. So then on the front I did not use the crackle paint. I did use some blue and then paint over it with this yellow and put like a glossy cover on it with some polyacrylic. And then I did like a little bit of detailing. But as you can see, I don't think I finished it. I have shown it, but even then, when I've shown it, I've been like, I need to do more detail on this. So I think today I'm going to start with this side. I kind of like it. I don't know if I want to change the inside. To me, it just kind of looks cool to have this kind of smooth surface on the front and then the texture on the back. So maybe I'll just look at this for a minute. On the front, it's just kind of uneven. Like there's a lot going on this side, on this hemisphere. So I want to extend that out on this side and quite possibly just to give it more character and not just have one extension here. I grew up watching the Bad News Bears, so that's where I got that song. But it's the Battle Hymn of the Republic. I probably shouldn't even be singing it, but it just popped into my head. My bag of stuff. So I have a big bag of cut up things, acrylic trimmings, playing cards, random pieces of paper that I painted on. And sometimes I can find a cool nugget to add to one of my pieces. Hey, yay! I'm so happy you made it. Yeah. Yay! Mo9 is in the house and she's going to remind me to say like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The channel is Art Mama Moves and it's fun. So I like this one. It's of course a playing card that my friend the lovely Amanda gave me some years ago. She gave me this deck and I decided to make art with it. So when I find something, I have to decide, do I want to cut it or do I just want to leave it the way it is? And this one actually kind of matches, but I think I don't want to cut it because the way it is right now, it can fit on a bigger piece, although it does fit right here quite nicely. It does kind of match. Hmm, 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 hmm. I think I like it. Sometimes I talk myself through these things. And this paper is kind of thick, so I'm going to see if I can separate the layers so it's not as thick when I put it on this. Oh, I see what I did. This is a conglomeration. Hmm. I wish I had a straight edge. So many things have been lost over the years. Things we've lost. Mm-mm. But you can literally just peel it apart. So playing cards have layers of paper, right? And if you don't want to use like a big, thick piece of paper, then you can oftentimes just separate the glossy part from the more fibrous underbelly. It takes some patience. And I'm not very patient normally, but let's see if I can make this work. Because it is a couple of things put together. No one told me about her. I was watching The Long Kiss Goodnight yesterday, one of my sister's favorite. Oh, you did? Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Girl, your The Dragon Within yesterday read my life. Read my life. Check my message and I'll tell you what pile it was. But I was like, why is my friend telling all my business right here on this here YouTube channel? But yeah, Monon is a powerful, powerful psychic intuitive. She's also my friend and sister, and we sometimes have time because we're both working fabulous moms to do our our podcast, and it is called Mo Mamas. And we got to find time to do that again because it's fun. Sometimes we just sit there in our pajamas and bonnets and just roast people mercilessly. Why? Because we know we're pretty anonymous and most people don't care what we say. And we just like saying things because we're cancers. But our hearts are in the right place. We promise you we're very nice women. We're just nice ladies out here having fun, making art, making fun of things that are serious, and doing serious things in the name of fun. Some of my favorite people to roast mercilessly are a lot of the people you see on TV. I don't have to say their names. One, because I don't have enough money to be sued. And two, why give them any more free publicity on my channel? I spend money on this electricity, so I can say whatever I want. And today I'm choosing kindness. But girl, you see what I'm doing? I'm literally doing what people with ADD do. I'm peeling this card apart so I can put it on this beautiful piece of art. And of course, I didn't prepare myself. Anytime I have actually gotten pretty to do one of these videos, something has happened. So now I'm pretty much like Kurt Cobain, and I'm going to come as I am, as I were, as I wanted to be, as a friend. As alone in me, yeah. Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, as a trend, as a lone memory. Wait, where is my glue? Mm. Oh, I guess you can't see my feet. No, I don't do my feet. Damn. I'll leave that for people who care. Um, hmm. What I want to do? Where did I put my glue? Well, maybe it's not time to glue, but as you can see, I took several layers from the back of this card, and when I do glue it down, this may not be the place where I glue it, but it's prepared. And if you ever get like a pair of really good playing cards, they should come in fibers. And sometimes I even paint these little pieces, right? Which are cool because then you can use them for small stuff like detail work. So let's just see. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do what I want today. And then I'm gonna make some little pieces of fluffernutter to put everywhere. Let's take this little ripped up shredded paper. Ah! We were singing at the same time, girl. I have to. It's because, us little art, performing arts nerds, we just break out in the song. It makes some people mad, but those people are fucking stupid. And who gets mad when someone is happy? I made a video about that. I'm not gonna mention it though. But yeah, some people we just like to sing. What's life without a little bit of music? And since I come from a musical family, we just sing and have a good time. And I just remember my dad, he used to sing Kenny Rogers the Gambler to us. So you gotta know when to fold 'em, know when to hold 'em, know when to walk away. That's some good advice. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when dealing's done. You better listen to the words of this song, girl, because you never pull your money out in front of people. You never tell people how much money you have, and you always keep something for yourself. My mama taught me that. She said, you never ever tell somebody how much money you have. Why do they need to know? Why? Why do they need to know? And are they telling you how much money they have? When people need to know how much money you have, that's because they want to spend it. They want to get all up in your money bags. Yeah, so right now I'm painting on this random piece of paper. I just took some of this yellow acrylic paint. I don't know why I can't talk today. And I really don't care. I'm pretty sure you can understand what I'm saying. So I took this little strip of paper from the back of a this is from the back of a photograph actually. And this photograph was a piece of art that I made digitally, and I had it blown up in a few different ways. And this one was discarded, so I'm using it and giving it new life as a little detail work. And since we as painters always have like random stuff that we painted on around, using it just gives it new life. See, this was some um like some very dark purple, and it was like some smudges. So I added this yellow to kind of give it like a little ink blot, a little Rorschach action. Like in Watchmen. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm torn when it comes to Watchmen. The movie, the show was great. Oh man, it was just so awesome. But the movie, like, I watched the first one and I had the director's cut. The director's cut was way better than the theatrical version. But still, like, I mean, it was alright. I'm not gonna be mad at it, but I feel like Watchmen could have been better. The movie, the show was great. Like the whole thing. But I do own it. So I'm not gonna talk too much crap about it. And like I said, some days I really, really like it, and some days I'm like, man, what the hell is this? And yeah, the worst part is like Silk Spectre. I just feel like her character is just I just feel like, dang, I feel bad for you, girl. So now that I've painted all these random pieces and I have liberated this piece from its confinement, and it's probably going to end up here, or this crackleback. 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 I love it. If you are working with like heavy acrylic paint, see, it doesn't run. So when you're working with pieces where you want to get a nice thick coat of paint, then you want to get this medium body paint because it'll hold up to work. It's not gonna dribble all over everything. But sometimes I like the watery kind because I want to have those dribbles and smears on the. This is a piece. Well, it's a piece of a piece of a playing card. It's a piece of a piece of a piece of a playing card, and I'm gonna use it one day. So I usually keep a bunch of little pieces of things to paint on. Because when you're a little black girl and you grow up in the 80s and you may have ADD, your parents are like, you better sit down before we spank you with the switch. And nobody's gonna give you any medication because that's not what we do. And I'm glad too. Shoot, can you imagine how cracked out I would be if my parents had given me Ritalin in the 80s? Oh my God. I knew this guy who said he used to sell his Ritalin to the kids at school. And I'm like, why? Isn't it for people who have problems? He was like, man, it is just speed. I'm like, they give speed to kids with AED? He's like, yeah, because apparently science says giving more speed slows them down. I'm like, what kind of reverse psychology science is that? That's like, if you give me more sugar, am I going to lose weight? I don't understand how that works, but then I'm not a chemist, nor am I a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am not even licensed to discuss these things, so I will keep them to myself. However, I never really understood how overloading somebody's chemical system with, I guess, some kind of upper makes them less hyper. Hmm. I could go ask the local crackhead, hey man, have you ever done so much crack that you just fell asleep? And he or she may say, as a matter of fact, youngster, I have smoked enough crack to fall asleep. And then I would be like, wow, that's amazing science, right? So this thick paint, let me put that down. Ah! Ah! See, I didn't even realize I already painted on the other side of this. So now I have options. I can either use this or I can use this. Who knows? Who knows the mind of crystal? It's a deep dark paradise in the mind of crystal. She's painting, she's painting. So I'm probably gonna end now. But if you have any questions or if you want to talk paint, talk art, if you're an artist and you just want to be a part of our nonprofit because you don't know a lot of people and you want to get your art seen by people and you just want to meet some cool people like me. I'm just kidding. If you just want to meet some people and you don't have to feel like they're being pretentious and they're gonna judge your art. Come hang out with us. We don't judge. We just paint. We paint, and then we do art shows. And we haven't done a live show in a while. Maybe it's been a couple of years, but soon come. And by then, I should be done with this piece, right? So I think I'm gonna leave it back like it is. I woke up this morning, looked at it, and I was like, I think I'm gonna change that. And then I decided, no, I'm not. So you're part of that process. And over here, I did prep a couple of things to put here. So if I do put this here, it'll probably be right here. And then I'll probably add more things, right? I also did these. Okay, so thank you for joining us for our Saturday morning Kiki. I was doing them at night, and I don't want to do them at night anymore because I like doing them in the day because it's so bright and sunny. Look at this bright and sunny sunshine. I'm a summer baby, so any reason to get some summer. Enjoy your Saturday.